Well, it finally happened. I was reached out to. I was recently contacted by Mina over at Bodega Cooler, and while her original offer that she extended to me was tempting, it was a little bit bigger than what we had any practicality for due to the situation that we have. What our situation is, as you can see, we live in an apartment. And as you can see even further, we don't live on the ground floor. We live on the third floor. We live amongst the trees. In fact, we're actually not very far from the tree line itself, which means 3 flights of stairs multiple times a day. So once I explained this to her, she came up with an alternative. And this is it. By the way, excuse the emptiness of our patio. We just had it repainted and we had to clear everything off. Lo and behold, a couple of days ago, we received this box on our front door, which I'm going to presume is the unit that she sent us. Wouldn't it be funny if it wasn't, though? Wouldn't it be funny if I opened this box and there was some kind of industrial-sized hearse that Mrs. Switchback ordered? Let's find out. Inquiring minds want to know. We're in business. Well, it certainly is packaged nice. So there you go. And I'm digging this already. This is the Bodega Cooler model MCD25D. This is a mobile refrigerator / freezer. It is a one zone, so you don't have the capability of having one side for your frozen stuff and the other side for your refrigerated stuff. This is either or, which is absolutely perfect for us. This can hold 26 quarts or 25 liters. I hate math. As you can see, it's got plenty of room in here. There's a little shelf here. No doubt that's where the compressor is, under here. But for just the two of us, this is perfect. And the idea of never having to put ice in something like this is just amazing to me. Ice is water, water is heavy, and we do have the whole thing with the stairs every time we come home or leave home. So this is wonderful. And let's not forget the space that ice takes up anyway. This is just fantastic. And one other thing I did notice is that it has a reversible door. So depending on where you have this located in the back of your truck, it makes it very convenient to be able to just reverse the door like that. The lid. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it on. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is plug it in. These are the two plugs it comes with. Of course, you have your standard 12, 24 volt adapter with the connector for the auxiliary outlet that's in most vehicles. And then you have your standard 110, which will plug into the wall, any wall socket. All right, so now I got it plugged into the wall. And now I'm going to turn it on. That's a very nice display. It's got a matte finish, so there's no glare at all. It's very clear. And it's pretty light outside. Now what you have here are your max setting or your eco setting. Max is what you're always going to start out with when you are initially cooling this unit down. Eco mode is where you would keep it in just to save battery life if you have it hooked up to a portable power station. We don't have a portable power station as of yet. It will eventually get one, but this will run fantastically on your Jackery, your Blue Eddy, whatever portable power station you use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing on to max. Now the temperature range on this unit is going to be from -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 78 degrees Fahrenheit, or -20 Celsius to 20 Celsius. And since I am a daredevil, I'm going to set this temperature down to, let's do 14 degrees. I'm feeling reckless. Okay, so the temperature is currently 75 degrees inside this unit. I set it down to 14 degrees, and we'll see how long it takes to get to that. Now, you can barely, and I mean barely, hear this compressor. Always remember, it is a compressor. You need to keep space on all sides of it. Don't cover it up. Don't push it up against the wall. It needs to operate efficiently, have a lot of space around it. All right, so I do have the stopwatch going to see how long it's going to take to get down to 14 degrees from 75. So while this thing is cooling, let's check out some of the aesthetics of this. It's got a great finish to it. It's kind of gritty. The latch is very strong from what I can tell. I already mentioned the reversible lid. It's got the handles that are actually embedded into the unit itself, which I really like. I'm not a big fan of those handles that kind of just fold out. Those can be knuckle busters, as everybody probably figured out. You also have slots here that you can use as a tie-down point for a ratchet strap. I'm more of a bungee guy myself. Now, I'm going to lift this, and if I had to make a guesstimation, I'm going to say that weighs about 22.6 pounds. Pretty impressive, right? I read the manual. I didn't really guess. Now, a majority of that weight is going to be due to the compressor. One of the things I would like to mention, and this is something that I did explain when I was originally emailed about this product, it's not like we transport a lot of food. It's just the two of us. Now, our refrigerator and freezer in our trailer works just fine. We've never had any problems. It's got a good, strong latch. We put food in it while we're traveling, while we're in transport to keep it cold, and it's worked fine. We've never had any problems. But there's always that thought in the back of my mind when we're driving along and we see a bump, and I always kind of have this thought of everything flying open and spilling out of the refrigerator. It's never happened, but it's always in the back of my mind. This solves that problem. Specifically for the meat that I transport. If you've watched some of my other videos, I cook these ridiculously large steaks and slabs of meat, and I want to keep them cold. One other thing that I do want to mention also is that you have triple battery protection. So the fridge itself will shut off if the voltage falls below the cutoff threshold. And once the voltage hits the startup threshold, it'll turn back on. So you have a high, medium, and low setting for that. I have it on medium. I believe that's kind of the default. We do travel with a cat, as you've seen in my other videos. He's more popular than me, of course, when he's not killing and eating cattle, buffalo, deer, bison, any animal that he can pounce on. He does expect to eat the finest cat food available, which does need to be refrigerated if it is opened. Perfect. Well, we are now down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and it took 23 minutes. I actually think it took less because I didn't pay attention. 23 minutes to get down to 14 degrees, that's pretty amazing to me. And just to give you some perspective on this, there are 16 bottles of water in this cooler, and this is your standard 16.9 ounce bottled water. So you still got a little bit of room up top here. You got room right here on this shelf to lay something else across the top. So there you have it. This is the Bodega model MCD25D. This is the smallest one in that particular lineup, which is perfect for me because I'm usually the smallest one in any lineup. Once again, I'm going to mention this. This is the first time I've been contacted by a company to endorse a product. So to say I'm excited actually would be an understatement. Thank you, Bodega Cooler, for this opportunity. There will be a link in the description for this model, and there will be a discount code. I've been very impressed. This has been a fantastic unit. I'm going to be using the hell out of this thing for the next couple of weeks. We're going to leave in a few days for one of our more extended trips. We're going to head out to Goose Island State Park. We're going to head over then to Brazos Bend State Park, and then Stephen F. Austin State Park. I'm going to have plenty of time to really test this thing out. I'll send out another short video while I'm on that trip, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you, Bodega Cooler. Until next time, Switchback Texan is out.